Live from FedEx Forum, this is The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Hello, good people!
Single on Fish! Big show, big studio. Let's go!
Big show. We got breaking news that we're going to get to here in a moment. Some breaking news both in the NBA and in college football.
And wrestling.
And wrestling breaking news as well. So we'll have that. Of course, that's what we do here on the show. Late breaking news right here on The Odds Couple. Plus, we also handicap the action that's coming up this weekend. We'll talk a little NBA playoffs. We will talk some NHL playoffs as well. The Indy 500, the greatest spectacle in racing, is this weekend. I got some picks for the Indy 500. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, I love picks.
I did a little work. on the Indy 500, and I got it all figured out just like I do the horse racing.
All right.
Got it all.
Michael
got
Schumacher.
It all figured out. Not in the race this year.
Damn.
There's also another race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on Friday, tomorrow. We'll tell you about that.
Okay.
That race, and we'll have our picks for it once we find out what that race is about. We got our top five. We got our UFL update. We'll tell you what's going on tonight, and then we got free picks at the end of the show. Everything's going on. No Lang Whitaker today. He is at the Grind City Resort and Casino. Just, spending his winnings again. There you go.
That's what you got to do.
Congratulations to Lang for having another big week. And so he'll be back to the program on Monday. John Roser is here. Hello,
Rob
Roser.
Fisher, I am here.
Big show, man. Big show.
Definitely a big show, and I wanted to bring it to your attention since, I do when you on Monday's show, when you looked at me when we were coming up on free picks, and you said, Roser, no, the Yankees do not play today.
Right.
And I almost texted you Tuesday night, because I should have. Because guess what happened Tuesday night?
The Yankees won.
And Aaron Judge hit a home run.
Yes, he did.
My go-to parlay.
That's right.
Aaron Judge to hit a home run and the Yankees to win.
That's exactly right.
But it absolutely happened on Tuesday. By the way, we also had our group text, too, talking about the prison escapees in New Orleans.
Right.
And by the way, the one that Lang picked and the one that I picked, still out there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there have been a couple more. There's only like 3 of them, I think, 3 of the 10 that are still out there. And 2 of those are the ones that Lang picked.
Oh.
One of them is the one that Lang picked, and one of the ones that I picked.
My guy's out.
Who will be last one standing, yeah.
Did the neck tattoo guy,
The face tattoo guy, I think there's 4 of them still at large. 4 of them. Because the face tattoo guy, last I saw, is still at large.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
How?
Like, that guy literally just has to be staying underground somewhere. Because, yeah. One of the guys they found sleeping, on just a bench.
Oh, boy, that's a bad way to get caught.
So it's a tough way to get caught.
Yeah.
But we're here, talk about a lot of sports.
Yep.
Crazy, wacky, crazy playoff game.
Yep.
WrestleMania is being moved from next year. It was supposed to be in one city. It was announced that The Rock announced it on television, and it just got announced that it's no longer going to be in that city. So you're going to have to find a new place for WrestleMania 42.
Wow.
A lot of inner workings going on.
A lot going on. CJ, how are you? CJ Hurt.
I'm good.
Good,
What's
man.
going on, man?
Good to see you.
Always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
Can't
Good
wait
to
for that
see
light to go out on you, CJ, and you get to experience what I
hate
experienced.
this light. It
Yeah.
is so bright and
bright.
shiny. I don't like it at all.
Well, it's going to go out here in a little bit. It went off and on me in about 4 to 5 times during. There you
go.
It can't go out soon enough.
All right. Well, good. We got breaking news. First,
news?
we'll tell you about the college football breaking news. Apparently, the college football playoff now, the 4 highest ranked conference champions will no longer be guaranteed a first round bye. Good. Meaning they're just going to seed 1 through, how many we have now? 14? 12. Are we at 12?
Yes, 12 right now.
Is that
It's
right?
12. I'm pretty sure it's 12.
Okay. They're going to just seed them 1 through whatever the number is, 1 through 12.
Is it? Yeah, it's 12. It's 12. Yeah. I'm 80% sure it's 12. I wanted to go to 16. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's 12.
Okay. Is it 12, Rose?
Yeah, it's 12.
It
It's
is?
12.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why I thought 14. I guess that'll be next.
I think they'll jump straight to 16. That's good.
That's good,
You know,
right?
Yeah. This past year, who got the bye? Was it Arizona State that ended up getting the bye? It's like I'm not sure about that one.
We don't even remember that anymore.
Yes, it feels like centuries ago. This
college
stuff
football
popped off.
playoff bracket 2024. All right, let's take a look at it.
Like you should winning your conference should
Arizona
get you
State
in. Arizona State should not have gotten
it was
the bye.
Georgia. It was Georgia, Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, Arizona State.
So Boise State and Arizona State, those are your two buys, and I'm not sure if those two teams
They are screwed from here on out.
should have gotten those buys.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is. The committee saw, they're like, wait. We're really happy with this 12-team playoff. But wait. Boise and Arizona State are getting first-round buys. All right, well, we got to change something.
Who was 5 and 6?
5 and 6. I am so glad you asked this. Texas and Penn State.
So this past season, I
And
guess
7 was Notre Dame, 8 was Ohio State, and 9 was Tennessee.
Yeah. So this past, they should get a home game. When your conference, you should get the home game.
Yeah.
So I guess that would mean Tennessee would have traveled to one of Boise State or Arizona State for a football game instead of traveling to Columbus.
Instead of going to
but
Columbus.
Like they shouldn't be given the buys. You can say, hey, this is the pool of teams that get in, and this is how we have them seated.
Other college football news, North Carolina's over-under this year is 7.5. And apparently his relationship with his girlfriend, Jordon Hudson.
Yeah, it's a problem.
It's apparently gained national attention. There they are. Boy, she just looks like she's looking into his brain.
She's like, I am going to take you for every dime you have.
BetMGM told The Athletic that among all bets on North Carolina's win total before April 15th, 79% of the bets were on the over. 79% were on the over 7.5. Since April 15th, when they had the interview, however, a whopping 89% of the bets are now on the under.
You're like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Wow. How about that? And the under at this point is minus 135. So apparently
Crazy.
the relationship has changed how people are viewing North Carolina's win
Wild
total.
fish.
A man who has existed without distractions for all of his life, right? It is distracting how few distractions Bill Belichick has allowed to exist in his orbit. He's in his old age, he's just like, F it, come here, distraction. Be as distracting as humanly possible. Have you seen the copyright stuff? So the Patriots have copyrighted various phrases that the team was saying because of the head coach Bill Belichick at the time.
Right.
So just do your job, right? Or Chapel Bill, right? Chapel Bill is from North Carolina, but just do your job. That's the Patriots. That's one of the things that they copyrighted, so they can just throw that on a shirt and then sell it in their team store. Jordon Hudson, has decided Bill Belichick needs that money, so she has filed for copyright for "Do Your Job," Bill's version.
Yeah.
Chapel Bill, Bill's version. That's not how it's going to work. This isn't Taylor Swift, right? Like, people go out and then download the Taylor Swift version of the song so Taylor Swift can get that money. I don't think anybody's going to be rushing to BillBelichick.com/Jordon Hudson is here also to be buying the shirts Bill's version, to buy Chapel Bill or Do Your Job Bill's version. I don't think that's how that's going to work.
Will he be a good college football coach?
No,
No?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
Is your staff good? Do you have good
Do you
players?
have NIL money to get players? I mean, in the
Right.
NFL, the difference between the great teams and the bad teams is very close. It's close because they're all professional. It's closer than in college.
Okay.
The great teams.
Yeah,
and the
no,
bad
that's
teams.
true.
Because great teams in college, I mean, they're just a different type of athlete. I mean,
Like, who was a god-awful team this past year in college football? Like, in a big
Hell, North
conference.
Carolina? What do we do?
Yeah, I don't know if they were
North
god-awful.
Carolina State?
Like, who was...
Mississippi State?
Mississippi State. There we go. Yeah, like, the difference between Ohio State and Mississippi State is like...
is great.
it's that there's a wide gap there.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Bill can do. It's about if you can get players.
Mac Brown hopped on somebody's podcast. Everybody's got one. I don't
Oh,
know
he was
where.
hating.
He's like, yeah, well, they're putting money into it now, and they've loosened some of the academic requirements as well for Bill Belichick.
Oh, they still go to school?
Yeah,
Athletes?
I thought North Carolina, they were famous for taking that African American studies class
Online.
Yeah, so I don't know, but that's what Mac Brown is saying, and you're right. If he can, the way NIL works now, and there's some NIL news also that's going to have effects on lines and win totals and things of that nature. But the way that the NIL works as of today is if you've got the money, you can pretty much get into any player's living room, and then pull that player to your university. Hell, be it a high school player or a transfer guy. And if you can do that, you've got the talent, and then it becomes, hey, how can you convince them or teach them your scheme in a way that is easily digestible? My fear with Bill Belichick is John Harbaugh and other coaches who came from pro to college without having the college experience. First, their systems were so damn complicated. High school kids who had just graduated and dudes in college just could not grasp everything that they wanted to do in the NFL.
And you're talking about an NFL genius.
Yes. You got to be able to dumb that down for 19, 20, 21-year-olds, man. And you've got the practice time that you have is way different than the amount of practice time you have in the NFL. All right, like you've got 20 hours a week, I think, to practice in college. And that's not a whole lot of time if you're going to be doing a lot of complicated things, especially early on in your coaching tenure. Oh, and by the way, Jordon Hudson is floating around out here doing stuff is also that may be a bit distracting too. Did you hear the reason why the Hard Knocks UNC thing fell through was because she demanded rights to Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
She's wildin'.
She's great. This is great. I think it's great stuff. Great drama. Great stories.
It is.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right. Speaking of coaching changes or coaching stay the same, breaking news. The Denver Nuggets and interim David Adelman have agreed on a deal to make Adelman the franchise's next head coach. How about that?
Cool.
He went 3-0 in the regular season after taking over for Michael Malone and won a playoff series, leading Denver to one win from the Western Conference Finals. So David Adelman staying with the Denver Nuggets. They make him the permanent head coach. Surprise?
No, not surprised at all. You clearly saw a different, much like how you saw here with the Grizzlies. It's not like you saw, like the team got better, but you saw at least they were more attentive. Mm-hmm. Where there was a change in Denver, you could absolutely see the change in Denver. When they made the switch to Adelman, the thing for them is going to be Michael Porter Jr. getting healthy, Aaron Gordon getting the hamstring healthy. I think those had a lot to do with it. And everybody's always trying to get better. The old saying is, you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So, like a lot of these teams do in the modern NBA with the aprons and everything, they've got to figure out how do we get better.
Well, I got to feel like like the Grizzlies in that we're not close to the team that's
Oklahoma
at the top.
City.
I mean, we were
appears to
15
be,
games behind him,
right?
And they beat us in the playoffs. Now we took them to 7, but they still beat us in the playoffs. Right. So how close are we?
Right.
So we need to make some moves to try to improve a little bit. So interesting though that Adelman gets the job. Now SGA, he wins the MVP over Nikola Jokic. Giannis finished 3rd. Jason Tatum finished 4th. SGA got 71 first place votes. Jokic got 29 first place votes. That tallies up to the 100 votes. Good for SGA. Congratulations to him.
Best player on the best team, and it's the best team by a wide margin. You brought that up when talking about how the Nuggets should feel about the Thunder, right? The Thunder in the regular season, this is a regular season award, were terrific, and they were head, shoulders, knees, and toes ahead of everybody else that was even close. Nobody was even close. And while he wasn't head and shoulders the best player in the NBA, right? Like Nikola Jokic is right there also. I think when all is said and done and you got 2 players who got really impressive stats, I think that you can look to the overall team success, and SGA and the Thunder were just blowing everybody out of the water in the regular season. So tip of the cap to him. If I had a vote, that would have been how my vote would have went. Also would have been SGA, Jokic, and then somebody third, Giannis or somebody like that third.
Yeah. The first team all-defensive team was named Evan Mobley, Draymond Green, Dyson Daniels, Lou Dort, and Amen Thompson. Second team, Tumani Kamara, Rudy Gobert, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jalen Williams, and Ivica Zubac also on that list. So congratulations to Jaren, second team all-defense.
Yeah, I think on the MVP thing, I mean, it's not surprising. Eventually, they always get tired of giving it to one guy, so they give it to another guy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He was the best player on the best team, so that's fine. Do I think SGA is the best player in the world? No. I think Jokic and Giannis are the two best players in the world, but, like, whatever. The defensive teams, it's interesting who made it because essentially two spots opened up. When Wemby's out for the year and Alex Caruso didn't play enough games, essentially you get two spots that completely opened up. But happy for the guys like Dyson Daniels, who was like, the Hawks were not great, but like if you watch that guy play defense, it's like literally he did it here at the Forum, ripped the ball from Bane, threw it up to LeVert, buzzer-beating winner right there. The guy averaged 3 steals a game. Lou Dort, literally there's the torture chamber. It is named after him because of what he does when he guards opposing players. Draymond Green, now his 9th all-defensive selection, his 5th first team all-defense. Evan Mobley, that was his 2nd first team all-defense that he has made. And then who was the last one on the first? Amen Thompson, his first all-defensive team. So I'm glad that some of these newer guys are getting rewarded too. Tumani Kamara also on the second team.
And then tomorrow, the all-important All-NBA teams will be named, and we sit here and we await of whether or not Jaren Jackson Jr. will be named to one of those teams. I'll ask you now, does Jaren get announced as one of the players named tomorrow?
I don't think he does. I don't think he's going to make one of the All-NBA teams. If he was, I think he would have made first team all-defense. I think that would have been a thing. I think if he made first team all-defense, I think you would see him make one of the All-NBA teams. I think that might be a sign, but I don't think he's going to make one of the All-NBA teams. And it's a shame because he was having an All-NBA type season until all the wheels for the whole team just started to fall off. And he kind of wasn't the same after the ankle injury for whatever reason. But no, I would predict he doesn't make it. If he does, he's Supermax eligible, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is about to sign a 5-year, $350 million contract. So get ready.
Yeah, how about that? CJ, yes or no?
I'm with Rosa, everything he said. I don't think so. And if it sucks to think about it this way, there it is, Rosa.
There it is.
And it's perfect because I'm finna say some dark stuff. If I was a fan, if I was in the front office, I would hope he didn't. I would be lobbying against him because I do not want to pay $350. That is just so much money for one player. Not saying that Jaren Jackson Jr. doesn't deserve it, because he may very well. If that's your thought, that's your thought. I'm not going to argue against you. I'm just going to say the practicality is what the practicality is. When we got this cap and we do not want to go into the first apron or the second apron of the luxury tax, I can't afford to be forced to pay somebody $350 million for 5 years. Yeah. That's just the business side of things. So I don't think he does. And if I was a fan, I would absolutely hope he didn't. And I'll be doing everything in my power to lobby against him getting on there. That's cruel. That's crude. Yeah. But like that's business, man.
Either way, if Jaren does make All NBA, Jaren's going to sign. I mean, Chris Harrington laid this out. If he does make All NBA, he's probably he'll sign a Supermax. He'll sign the full Supermax. Any player that has been eligible to sign it has signed it with their team. Right. Except Luka and the Mavericks. They just traded him. Right. But that's for other reasons.
Because he's fat.
Because him and Nico Harrison, not a fan. So, but if he doesn't get it, then Jaren the Grizzlies can try to renegotiate the final year of his deal and sign him to an extension. But I don't think Jaren would take that. Like, I just think he would be like, I'm gonna play the final year of my contract out, and then I will, if he makes All NBA next year, well, then he can sign the Supermax. He's got one more year to do it. Or if not, the Grizzlies can still offer him 5 years, $296. So he'll sign that. One way or the other, Jaron's going to sign for $5 and $296, or Jaron's going to sign for $5 and like $350 or $340. It's $345 or $350. He's signing one of those two contracts.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's going to happen.
As a fan, I hope he gets it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to root that other way. I
absolutely hope he gets it.
I root for him to get it. For him, I mean, it'd be amazing, be life-changing, and even more life-changing.
Jaron took a pay cut on his last deal.
And he took a deal on his first one too. So I root for him, and I wish him the best, and I hope he gets named. As far as do I think it's going to happen, I think it's really close. Roser, you make a good point. Him not being on first team all defense might be a sign, but and how much do the voters really look at the whole season? Because he clearly, for a team that was like number 2 in the West for a lot of the season, he was clearly the best player on the team. He was the MVP on the team. His defensive numbers went down this year.
Yeah.
But that was because of how he was defending. He was defending in a much different position this year than he was last year. He was still great defensively, but his numbers went down. And I hope that he's not penalized for that.
No.
And because if you're going straight by numbers, maybe you hold it against him. But if you eye test, my goodness, what he did for most of the season, he was the MVP of the team all year.
No, he absolutely was the MVP of the team. I will say, for when Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year, he was second team all defense that year. So it's not like the end all be all, you know. Gasol made second team all defense and won Defensive Player of the Year. So like, it certainly is possible Jaron makes one of the All-NBA teams, and I'm with you. I hope he does make it.
Yeah. In the NBA playoffs, Oklahoma City beat up on Minnesota in Game 1. They lead that series 1-0 New York Knicks and Indiana. What a game, and Indiana wins it in overtime in Game 1 at Madison Square Garden. And I asked the question again, just like I asked the question to Oklahoma City when they did it against Denver. When we're up 3, why are we fouling with 14 seconds left in the game? We're making it a free throw game where now I have to make my I'm extending the game and making it a free throw game despite the fact I have a 3-point lead with 14 seconds left. If they knock down a 3 with 14 seconds left on the clock, I have the ball with 14 seconds on the clock to win the game. If they don't knock down the 3, I get the rebound and they foul me, and now I can ice the game. But instead, I foul, they make it a 1-point game. There's still 14 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
So now you get fouled and you hit 2. So then you foul them, they hit 2. And then you get fouled, you hit 1. And now it's a 2-point game and Halliburton hits the game-tying shot. I mean, you extend that's just stupid. If there's 4 seconds left in the game, sure, foul them. Don't let them get a 3-pointer off because it's the end of the game. Now I'm taking my chance. But with 14 seconds left, by fouling, there are so many possessions still left in the game that you're putting it at risk. And the Knicks blew it. I mean, that's just dumb. It's dumb coaching. It's a dumb decision, and it burned them last night. Burned them big time. It's
so smart that it's stupid. We are dangerously close for me. I don't want to speak for anybody else. We're dangerously close to nerding up this game way too much for my liking, and it's distasteful. Go out there and hoop. Go out there and play ball. You know what? 14 seconds left, you're up 3. How about you get a damn stop? How about you contest without fouling? How about you do that? Why are we trying to run around fouling and playing numbers games and mind games in a game that's about hooping? If you got ballers out there, it shouldn't matter. You got people who are out there capable and able-bodied, and they should be at this level, capable and able-bodied, good enough to go out there and defend and contest without fouling, and then, for the love of God, box out, get the ball, you're good to go. You're good to go. And then if by some chance they do make the 3, you've got the clutch player of the year on your team. You've got Jalen Brunson.
With plenty of time.
With 8, 9, 7,
and
6 seconds. And a timeout. Advance the ball. Say, all right, Jalen, here we go. We've done this before. We know what time it is.
Yeah.
Go out there and close this for us. I didn't like that decision either, Rob.
Stupid. Dumb. And then in the hockey playoffs, Carolina and Florida. Florida up 1-0 as they won in Carolina in Game 1. CJ's Florida Panthers.
Yeah, they are.
And then the Edmonton Oilers led 3-1 last night in the third period, only to lose 6-3 to the Dallas Stars. How the hell did that happen? 3 power play goals to take a 4-3 lead, and then they went on to win it 6-3. So
this time of the year,
to them.
power play is so important. Can
Yeah.
you kill a power play? Can you get into the back of the net off the power play?
Biscuit in
so
the basket,
important.
man.
Put it in there.
Yep. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we will look at this weekend's greatest spectacle in racing, the Indianapolis 500. Plus another great...
At the Brickyard.
At the Brickyard, that's right, IMS. Plus another race tomorrow at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll tell you about that and have picks for that. And if you can find how to bet it, let me know, because that would be fantastic. We'll take a break. This is The Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Bain drives.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Jaron with a knockaway.
Good defense.
Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
Let's go, go! Let's go!
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
This week, we're going to run down the hits and the misses from WrestleMania 41.
The main event, NXT title on the line, Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans. One of the greatest triple threat matches I've ever seen in my life.
I'm shocked.
And it made history because it's the first time there's 3 black men highlighting a NXT pay-per-view.
Okay.
That was dope too.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everybody. This is The Odds Couple. Still to come, we got our top 5 for this afternoon. That's coming your way. Also, we got a UFL update with CJ coming off a big Showboats victory. Big Showboats win.
Hey, they're not the worst team in the league.
That's right. That's right.
They're not going to the postseason, though. The postseason already been decided in both the XFL and the USFL. Weird news out of that, Rob. Weird news. Because we don't know who the 1 seeds are just yet in either one of those conferences, but we know those games will be played in St. Louis and Birmingham no matter what, because the Panthers of Michigan, they've got a scheduling conflict with where they play, and then the Defenders of DC also have a scheduling conflict where they play. So luckily for the UFL, those 2 games will be forced. Those 2 championship games in the XFL and the USFL, they will have to be played in Birmingham and St. Louis.
Wow. How about that?
Wow stuff.
More breaking news here on the show. Thanks, CJ. Appreciate it. This week is the greatest spectacle in racing, known as the Indianapolis 500. Robert Schwartzman, he got the pole position. He is a rookie, first rookie to win the pole in more than 40 years. First race he's having on an oval as well. Those are your first 5 rows for the drivers. Let me give you a couple of nuggets. Takuma Sato in the first row in the middle. He is a 2-time Indy winner. Pato O'Ward in the 3rd car in that first row, the number 5 car, 2-time runner-up the last 3 years at Indy. He is the favorite at this point on the first row. In the second row, you have Scott Dixon. He is in the 9 car. Consistent driver at Indianapolis, 6 top 5s at Indy. He is the 3rd favorite. You also have Felix Rosenqvist, who is top 5 speed in every practice that he had. And also in the 2nd row, Alex Palou. He won 4 or 5 races this year. The one he didn't win, he finished 2nd. He's a 2nd favorite. Top 5 speed as well. Top 5 the last 2 in Indy. And Scott McLaughlin in the 4th row. Team Penske, 6th last year. He's the 3rd favorite at plus 700. Couple guys down the list. Kyle Larson, he's going to make in his Indy 500 debut. He will also race in the Coca-Cola 600 later in the evening, but poor qualifying's got him in the 7th row. And Helio Castroneves, Ford wins at the Indy 500, hasn't won in over 2 years on the circuit. He is in the 8th row as well. I got picks.
I bet you do. Okay, so is this the stuff that Lewis Hamilton does?
Who's Lewis Hamilton?
Is
he a driver?
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton, and who's the other guy?
I'm trying to see if there's a Lewis.
The F1 guys. Don't the F1 drivers do the Indy 500?
Indy car drivers do
What's
the Indy
the
500.
difference?
It's different.
What's the difference between F1 like Max Verstappen and George Leclerc?
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is. But like one of the drivers is going to F.
We don't know. What is the difference in IndyCar and F1?
One of them, because one of them is driving in this race, and I forget which guy it is, but he's riding it, and after this year, he's going to F1.
Okay, let me see here.
So it's different.
Open wheel racing series, they both are, with significant differences. F1 cars are known for their advanced aerodynamics, hybrid power units, and focus on development, leading to high speeds, particularly on road courses. Indy cars, while also fast, are designed for a wider range of track types, including ovals, with a focus on speed and a more standardized chassis. I don't know what the F any of that means. It all sounds the same to me. They go fast. Talking to me about aerodynamics. I don't even know what that means. You know what any of this stuff means? It's just these cars look the same and they go fast.
I don't even know what that means, talking to me about aerodynamics. I might get that tattooed. The way you said that is just...
I don't even know what that means. It really does sound like... it sounds very... with Keaton Thompson, SNL. It does. It sounds. It did sound like that. Yeah. So, I don't even know what that means.
So,
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means.
But how many physics classes did you take in your life, Rosa?
0.
All right, that's why you don't know what that means.
Right.
It matters.
0.
That's different. Yeah.
I took 0 physics classes.
You know, I don't know what any of that means either. But I've been...
How many physics classes did you take?
None.
Exactly. How many physics classes did you take?
3?
You took 3 physics classes?
Yeah, Rosa, I graduated with a degree in biology, so I took the physics in high school, and then I took 2 physics in college.
All right, smarty pants.
Crushed them both.
That a boy.
Solid B's, like strong B's, 85, 86 B's.
I like that.
That's a good B.
Yeah, good B.
Yeah, look
B.
at that.
Good,
CJ's
solid
smart.
B. You know, I've been
way smarter than we are.
I've been to the Indianapolis 500 on 4 occasions. I saw Helio Castroneves win twice there. It's an amazing spectacle.
It's sold out this year, I saw.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah,
350,000 people.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Do they do the gentleman start your engines thing too?
Oh, yeah.
Who does it?
I don't know who does it.
What do they call that?
It's the call to the track, maybe? I don't know. It might just be called the gentleman start your engines.
Let's see who's doing it this year. It doesn't.
I don't want to kill another person on the show, but is Jim Neighbors still with us?
I don't even know who that is.
Because he would come out and sing Back Home Again in Indiana.
No, he died in 2017.
He did?
Yep, you're good to go.
Okay. But the Indy 500 is fantastic when you go. It's insane. I mean, I'm not a racing fan.
Roger Penske this year.
Roger Penske?
Roger Penske is doing it this year.
Oh, how about that? Roger Penske.
He's the owner of Team Penske.
Yeah, and he cheated.
He owns the IndyCar Series and he owns Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Wow. And he's got 2 cars that cheated that are starting in the back row.
How did they cheat?
Well, it was Team Penske controversy. Joseph Newgarden, who won the last 2 Indianapolis 500s, and Will Power both start in the back road because they failed their technical inspection.
Yeah, so what you want to do is whatever the rule is, you want to get right up on it and try and cross it, just
Right.
like everything in life.
So they're in the back row.
Yeah, so you can make it more aerodynamic so your car can go a little bit faster.
And Penske fired 3 executives because of it.
Do you
How about
know?
that?
Do you know what Roger Penske's net worth is?
No.
You have a guess? Anybody get a
couldn't
guess?
$2 billion.
1.4 billion.
$5.8 billion.
Wow, good for
That's
him.
real time according to Forbes.
Good for Roger Penske. Speaking of Team Penske, that's one of my picks. Here are my picks. I'm picking 3 cars. I'm gonna give you 3 cars. One from the second row, Scott Dixon. Again, 6 top 5s at Indianapolis, and he's the 3rd favorite at plus 700. I'll go Scott Dixon. Also in the second row, Alex Palou. He won 4 or 5 races this year. The one he didn't win, he finished 2nd. He is the 2nd favorite, top 5 in the last 2 years at Indy as well. And the 3rd one is the number 3 car in the 4th row, Scott McLaughlin. He is Team Penske, 6th last year in the race. He's one of the top favorites as well. So those are my 3 that I'm picking: Scott Dixon, Alex Palou, and Scott McLaughlin. There you go, my Indy 500 breakdown. All right, now Friday afternoon, I don't know if you knew about this race. Friday afternoon, ahead of the Indy 500, Oscar Mayer's 6 iconic Wienermobiles will hit the Motor Speedway and compete in the inaugural Weenie 500. All right, now here are the dogs, okay? I'll give you the dogs, the 6 dogs, and you tell me which dog you are rooting for, all right? I'm going to put your names.
Shy Dog.
CJ, Roser, Fish. You got the Shy Dog for people who refuse to put ketchup on their hot dog. Know someone who grew up with Pope Leo or still watch their Super Bowl Shuffle VHS.
Oh, put the dogs back up there.
You can't see all of them,
I got to see these
So
dogs.
that's your Shy Dog.
You can only see the first 4.
The New York Dog, always you say bing bong after a Knicks win, and you salute the rings. The Slaw Dog is the Southeast.
Okay.
Slaw Dog. All right. And then you have your Sonoran Dog, and that's your Southwest.
What's on the Southwest dog?
Southwest Dog, Little Spice.
Okay.
It's a dry heat.
Oh.
All right. And then you have your Chili Dog
Ah.
down south.
Okay.
And then your final dog is the Seattle Dog.
There's so much stuff on a Seattle dog.
Yeah.
I think that's the same way. Yeah, that's the same way with Chicago, too. There's too much on a Chicago dog. New York might be the way to go here. I don't know. What were some of the other ones?
Chicago, New York, Slaw Dog, the Sonoran Dog.
Hang on, what?
Slaw Dog is for the Southeast. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You eat slaw on your hot dog.
Slaw because of the barbecue sauce. People throw.
Okay,
slaw
what was
on
the
there.
other one? Sonoran? How do I spell that?
Sonoran.
Oh, that's wrapped in bacon.
Oh.
But also, I think the New York Dog's the way to go because, and this is just me, these other dogs. So the Sonoran Dog includes pinto beans, diced tomatoes, onions, and then mayonnaise, mustard, and jalapeno salsa. You can also top it avocado, cilantro. A Seattle Dog is cream cheese and grilled onions, jalapeno, sauerkraut, cabbage. A Chicago Dog is mustard, sweet pickle relish, chopped onions, tomato slices, a dill pickle spear, pickled sport peppers, and some celery salt. And the New York one, and you mentioned the Southeast when you're talking slaw and barbecue and all that. Mm-hmm. The New York Dog is just mustard and then either sauerkraut or onions. So I feel like the others are weighed down.
Which one is
like
that
they're
one?
going to be so. This is the New York Dog. The New York Dog is just your spicy brown mustard and then either sauerkraut or onions.
All right, I'm going New York Dog.
I think so too. Not as much weight. Should be a faster dog.
I hear what you're saying. I just got to trust my gut on these dogs, man.
That's indigestion. You have to poop.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I should probably leave and go do that. There's nothing that gets me hotter than a good old fashioned chili cheese dog.
I love chili dogs.
I love a chili dog, man. Just give me the chili, just give me the cheese, and let's keep this thing rolling. That's the dog I'm rolling with.
Put a little hot sauce on
I would go with
Maybe-
New York
maybe
with
a little
Roser,
hot
but I'll go with the Shy Dog, just so I have a different dog in the fight.
Well, I mean,
I will say I love a Shy Dog.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
I
do
I
too.
had one at Comiskey
Oh yeah,
at the White Sox Stadium. Oh, it's fantastic.
yeah.
It's fantastic.
No doubt. Great brats and dogs at Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Famous for that. Went
Yeah.
there last year for opening day. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. How about some fish nuggets?
Love fish nuggets.
We got Indy 500 nuggets here today. The first Indy 500 took place in 1911. The distance of one lap around the oval is 2.5 miles. Did you know that? Did you know it's 2.5 miles around the oval?
I did not know that. No.
It's a long oval.
That is a really long.
Yeah. When you're at the race, you basically see a couple of turns, and then they're gone for a little bit, and then they come back. But as the race gets going, they're coming around constantly. Somebody's coming around.
Yeah, because there's going to end up being people slower. You stop. You got a pit crew.
So you you have to learn how to watch the race. You like pick 3 cars and kind of watch them go, and then you pick other 3 that are maybe in the back of the pack, so you can see them come around after that. Because you're like, there they go. And it's the most amazing thing about the Indy 500 is the first lap when the pace car leaves. The first lap around, it's like, wow, they're going really fast. Then they come around that second time, you're like, Jesus.
They are really going fast.
And then they come around the third time, you're like, they're flying. It's unbelievable to watch.
I remember when I got to go to Memphis Motorsports Park like several years ago, and there were some professional racers. They were in the truck, when they had the truck race out there, and but those guys could also drive cars. And they put us in. We got to drive around the lap with them in Dodge Vipers. And I don't even know if Dodge make Vipers anymore, but holy crap. Like, they got up to, those banks are so crazy high that, like, you don't realize it till you get on the track and you try to walk up one of those banks and how steep they are. And this car, it was going, I mean, he got us in that Viper and he was going like 130 miles an hour, and it's like, you felt like you were going so fast,
dude.
At 130, it's like these guys go 200. Like,
yeah.
This is not even close to how fast they are used to driving.
I got to drive out at Motorsports Park in a NASCAR car.
Yeah.
And I had someone with me, thank God, because I had never driven a stick. I didn't know how to drive.
Yeah.
So I got around. By the time I finished the first lap, I got around the first lap. I got up to about 85, which, you've probably gone on the highway before, but on an oval, it's kind of intimidating.
Yeah, right.
And you got up there, and then I ran out of gas. Oh! With like 2 laps to go, ran out of gas.
Damn.
I got out of the car and I slammed my helmet on the car. Yeah. All right, here we go. Back to the Nuggets. It's a tradition at the Indianapolis 500 that after you win, you drink milk. Yeah. The race this tradition was started by Indy 500 winner Lewis Meyer in 1936, who guzzled a post-race bottle of chilled buttermilk. Buttermilk? Ugh. Yeah.
Damn.
How about that?
Straight from the cow titty.
Yeah.
It is. Straight from the teat.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good thing there. The youngest winner of the Indy 500 was Troy Ruttman. He was 22 years old in 1952. The oldest winner was 47-year-old Al Unser in 1987. 10 women have started the Indy 500. Janet Guthrie was the first from 1977 to 79, while Pippa Mann in 2011 and then 2013 through 16 was the latest. Car number 3 has won the Indianapolis 500 11 times. Scott McLaughlin, who I told you, he is in the number 3 in the 4th row. Robert Schwartzman, who won the pole, earned his first career Indianapolis 500 pole. He was born in Tel Aviv, Israel. He's the first Israel native to compete in the greatest spectacle in racing. Elio Castroneves, who I saw win twice, he's the most experienced driver in the field with 24 previous Indianapolis 500 starts. The record is 35, set in consecutive years from 1958 to 1992 by A.J. Fatt.
All right. FOYT is what?
The 2025 field is the most diverse, with drivers from 12 different countries, including first-time representation from Israel. This matches the record for most nations represented, set in 2020. Roger Penske, by the way, 29 Indy 500 wins by teams owned by Penske, including Joseph Newgarden's back-to-back victories the last 2 years. 29 wins. Maybe that's why he gets to say, gentlemen, start your engines. IMS is reporting that pre-race ticket sales are projecting over 350,000 attendees, the highest since 2016 sellout. Yeah.
That's like 20 FedEx Forms?
All right, another thing about when you go. I said I went 4 times, right? The first 3 times we did our radio station that I worked for, we carried the Indy 500. So we got press passes to go there like on Thursday, Friday, stay for the race. So we did a show Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday we'd stay for the race, but we'd buy tickets because we didn't want to sit in the press box. We wanted to experience the race, right? And the thing was, with the parking pass that we got for being press, we got to park right behind the infield. I mean, you basically came in the track, under the track, turned right, you're in the infield behind the pit road, all right? So, and our tickets were on the pit side. So basically, we were sitting where our seats were, and you bring your cooler up, so if we needed to refill our cooler, you just go back down to your car and fill it back up and bring it back up to your seat. And yeah, I mean, we tailgated before and after, pulled right on in, pulled right on out. The 4th year we went, we didn't have press passes.
Oh, no.
We parked about 1.5 miles away in somebody's yard. We had to carry all the crap, the coolers and everything, without being able to come back again because we're 1.5 miles away. It was raining. We got there was a delay. We drank all our beer, and we were like, we're leaving. And we left, and we haven't gone back.
You got to use your connections to get us credentials for the Indy 500 next year.
I know. Oh, it was amazing. It was one of the greatest spectacles in racing, is what it was. All right, I got one more for you. If all of the Indy 500 hot dogs and bratwurst sold on race day were placed end to end, they would circle the oval more than 3 times. Oh. That's about 8 miles. 8 miles is what you're talking about.
7.5, yeah.
Yeah, about 8 miles. All right, there you go. Fish nuggets.
Nuggets.
For the day. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got our top 5. We got a UFL update. We got tonight's games, and then we got free picks. There you go. That's coming up here on the Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With special guests 3 doors down. And Mammoth WVH. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Creed returns, the Summer of '99 tour.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
We're going to do our pick 6, 6 favorite Outkast songs in honor of Outkast being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Elevators is the most creative.
Me and you.
Yes. Your mama and your cousin too.
Every time I hear somebody say me and you, I
just go to the next one, right?
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Back, everyone, to the Odds Couple. I'm Rob Fisher. No Lang today. Roser and CJ are here in our final segment. We got some free picks coming up here in moments. Also look at the action coming up tonight. But we'll start things with our top 5 this week. Our top five is the top 5 NBA players remaining in the playoffs. Top 5 NBA players remaining in the playoffs. I'll go ahead and get started. Number 5 on my list is Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder, just because of the way he can play both ends of the floor.
Right.
Anthony Edwards at number 4. He's special, fun to watch, great to watch. Love watching him play. He is fantastic, especially on the offensive end. Can play a little defense as well. I'll go with Ant at number 4. I go Tyrese Halliburton at number 3. Overrated, not so much. How about he's 4-0 in closeout games, averaging 25 points per game. He's 11 of 12 from the field on game-tying or go-ahead shots in the last 2 minutes of a game this year, and did it again last night against the New York Knicks. I'll go with Halliburton at number 3. I just think Jalen Brunson, that's what he is. He's clutch for that team, and every time they need it, we talked about it earlier. If you needed to run a play with 13 seconds to go last night, if you didn't foul and they somehow made a 3, it's pretty simple. We're going to get it to Brunson, and he's going to make a play, and he's going to score. So I'll go Brunson, too. And SGA's number 1. Named the MVP last night. He's the best player on the best team. So I'll go with SGA. CJ.
All right.
No, did I catch you off guard? I'm sorry.
I will go with, I'm just goofing around in the chat. That's what I do. That light. Oh,
Yeah.
my word.
Now you see what I deal with.
Oh, my word.
It's been going on for a week now.
Cat, number 5 for me. Big Purr, as they call him in New York. Big Purr. Edwards at number 4. Brunson, Halliburton 3, 2, SGA 1. That's what I got. Thinking about it, that 5th spot was hard. Williams came up. I also thought some about Caruso, and the one that I might, if I could do it over again, put in there instead of Karl Anthony Towns, who has been phenomenal, Julius Randle. And I might move Anthony Edwards out and put Randle in. He's been terrific all postseason long. Somebody that team can count on. Somebody who's been dominant in the first 2 playoff series and had a good start to the Thunder game in game 1. If the Timberwolves are going to make it out of this round and into an NBA Finals, it's because Julius Randle was spectacular in a way I don't think we've seen him be before.
All right. Roser?
I'm going to go Karl Anthony Towns 5th, Tyrese Halliburton 4th, Jalen Brunson 3rd, SGA 2, and Anthony Edwards 1. I'm just being a hater not having SGA at number 1. But, yeah, I probably would. I mean, you might could move up Halliburton if they go through here. 5th spot, honestly, it could go. There's a number. I think those 4 should be the top 4, whatever order you want to put them in. The 5th spot is the one where it's like, I think that could be on any night. It could be Karl Anthony Towns. On another night, it could be Pascal Siakam. On another night, it could be Julius Randle. Another night, it could be Jalen Williams or Chet Holmgren, or hell, even Alex Caruso. Yeah. With as good as he has been. Or like last night, Aaron Nesmith. I mean, he was unbelievable.
That was incredible.
I think there's a number of ways you could go with that 5th spot. But the top 4, to me, you can put those 4, Ant, SGA, Brunson, Halliburton. You could put those 4 in any order, and I'm not gonna fight you over it.
All right, there you go. On this week's top 5. All right, it's time now for our UFL update to this week with CJ. Before we get to it, why don't we check the standings of the UFL? Big win for Memphis last week to improve to 2-6 as they beat San Antonio, who fell to 1-7. Memphis, though, eliminated, have the E next to their name. We know the 4 playoff teams, as CJ told us earlier. And, yeah.
Know the 4 playoff teams. We know where the playoffs are going to be located. I've had to switch notebooks thanks to the wonderful John Roser for hooking me up with some more workplace slays.
You got a couple of them now.
I got a couple of them. I am 9-15 against the spread this year in the UFL. I'm more Roughnecks than I am Stallions or Battlehawks. But that's okay. Got this week to get right, and then got next week, and then the conference championship game and the championship game. I'll get above 500. Don't you worry about that. Let's get started with the best covering team in the UFL. That is the St. Louis Battlehawks. They are 5-3 against the spread. They are 6.5-point favorites against the Brahmas, who are the worst covering team against the spread in the UFL. Give me the Battlehawks laying the 6.5 there. All right, over with the Stallions and the Panthers. I will take the Stallions laying 1.5 over there. Both Renegades. Let me get the over the 40.5. The Bolts, they're averaging just 16 points per game. But last week they had an offensive explosion. Their 24 points that they scored last week, most points they've scored all year, and they've topped 20 points 3 of their past 4 games. I like the over in that game. Speaking of the over, I will also be taking the over in the Defenders Roughnecks game. The over-under combined for those 2 teams on the season, 11-5. So 11 overs to 5 unders. Give me the over there as well. So my picks this week: Battlehawks laying the 6.5, Stallions laying the 1.5, and then 2 overs. Bolts Renegades over, Defenders Roughnecks over.
All right, fantastic.
Rosa, okay?
Yeah, I think
right.
it's the car thing.
The what thing?
The car situation.
Wait, okay. I didn't know. Got you. Cool.
Yeah, we were talking about it before. Nothing to be concerned about. The NBA playoffs continue tonight as the Minnesota Timberwolves are in Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. 7:30 tip-off tonight. OKC leading that series 1-0. Oklahoma City has been a really good team at home. They were against the Denver Nuggets with the exception of game 1 that they gave away. But they've been very good because they've had huge blowouts on the home floor as well during these playoffs, both against the Nuggets and against the Memphis Grizzlies as well. So I expect Oklahoma City to continue to roll. I don't think Minnesota – I think Minnesota's really good, and I think Minnesota can win – couple games in this series, maybe. I expect it to be over in 5, though. So I like Oklahoma City to win again tonight.
Yeah, I like them again tonight as well. Playing at home, fresh off of the way that they ended up closing that game. What they outscored the Timberwolves by, like
70-38, I think it was
in the second half. That's something that they can take and carry over. The game started in game 1, and on the broadcast, they had everybody, they were showing the coaches and what the coaches were saying to their teams. And Finch was saying, hey, listen, this is what we got to do to win and beat them, but it all's going to come down to, can you take care of the ball? Because nobody makes you pay for turnovers quite the way that the Thunder do. And the Timberwolves just gave the ball away 18 times, if I'm not mistaken, in that game. 18 turnovers, which led directly to 31 points for the Thunder. If the Timberwolves can take care of the ball, they give themselves a chance. If there's going to be that, they're
It's
done.
like every team against Oklahoma City because, as you said, they're so good at that. I mean, going into the Grizzlies series, it was the same thing. You know, the Grizzlies got beat by Oklahoma City in the regular season. They got beat by them in the postseason because they would turn it over 18 times for 32 points. That's just way too many. And you need to get that number down. Minnesota's going to have to do it, but it's going to be very difficult tonight at OKC. And then we got an NHL playoff game tonight as well. The Florida Panthers in Carolina for game 2 of that series. Florida already stealing game 1 in that series, winning at Carolina on Tuesday night. And they'll try and do it again tonight as the Panthers look to go up 2-0. The favorite in this one is Carolina. They were favored in game 1 as well. They're a minus 130 favorite in this game.
Free pick, Panthers.
Panthers?
Panthers. Let's get it rolling, going up 2-0.
I think I'm with you. They're really good.
Watch that third line. That third line is going to be the difference maker.
Yeah, it's good. I'm with you. I'm taking the Panthers tonight as well. All right, any free picks? Who's got free picks for us tonight? I got a couple of them. A couple on the diamond. I got the Atlanta Braves minus the 1.5 in Washington. They were rained out yesterday. They'll get it on tonight. I'll take the Braves minus the 1.5. Also taking the Boston Red Sox home against the Baltimore Orioles tonight as well. And then the hockey game. I like the Florida Panthers tonight to go up 2-0 on the road against the Carolina Hurricanes. Roser?
Well, I mean, the Yankees already played. Let's see. What do we got in hockey tonight?
Panthers Hurricane.
That's the only one?
Yeah.
Well, we got to say it's in Raleigh. Well, let's say they even things up. I know that's your squad, CJ, but I believe in Sebastian Aho.
You do?
Sure.
By the way, my Boston-Baltimore game has just been postponed. They will not play. So.
Was yeah, okay, hang on. Let's see.
I'll give you another one.
Let me go Major League Baseball.
How about
who sucks?
Let's go Seattle at Houston tonight.
The Rockies suck. They don't play tonight. None of these teams that are none of the teams that suck play. Oh, the Pirates suck. I want the team. Yeah, the Rockies are playing right now. All right, let's go ahead and take the Phillies on the live line. They're up 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Let's take the Phillies on the live line and parlay it with the Brewers.
Parlay it with the Brewers.
Even though I have no idea, it says for probable pitchers for Milwaukee. It says undecided.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun, though. It's a gamble.
It's fun.
It's a gamble.
Is. Hey, it's called gambling.
That's exactly right.
Oh, no. Hang on. We're going with the Braves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking the Braves.
And we'll do the run line at 1.5.
Yeah, we're doing that. I mean, the guy starting for the Nationals is 2-5 with a 5.91 ERA, and the Braves have been playing some good ball.
Yeah.
Braves are winning now.
Braves are starting
They
to hit.
started out like 0-8.
Yeah, they did. And they're going to get Ronald Acuna back here soon.
Yeah.
So
they're what, like 24-16 since that start?
Yeah.
Good ball club.
Here come the Braves.
Yeah.
All right, and don't forget my pick, fourth row, Scott McLaughlin. Scott McLaughlin, Team Penske, wins the Indianapolis 500 on Sunday.
How about
and
that?
Shy Dog wins the Wiener race, the Wiener 500, Weenie 500.
And I know because you cared so much, I had to step out there during CJ's UFL update. Got a phone call. Been playing phone tag with my doctor's office. Had my yearly physical.
Oh, yeah.
Been playing phone tag with my doctor's office. The nurse has been trying to get in touch with me. And she's made it sound like it's like sore. I'm like, holy crap. I'm 40 now. So I'm like, holy crap. There's something. Is there something? I'm a man. I'm Mike Gundy. It's my Mike Gundy year. I'm like, oh my God, there's something wrong. Like there's something wrong she needs to talk to me about. Because I drink so many of these damn things. I'm like, holy crap, there's something wrong with my heart or whatever.
Right.
Turns out everything is fine.
Yay!
In fact, my blood sugar doing better this year than it was last year.
So drink more of them.
I guess so.
Good for you, Roser.
So.
Congratulations.
I ate more ice cream this past year than I have in years past.
Made 2 doctor appointments yesterday for later in the
But
month.
it's still got to be lower. She said you need to cut out sugar. She said you got to cut out some sugar. You have to do it. But on all, it was still, that number was still lower, but it's not where they need it to be. But I did better this past year.
Thumbs up, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But anyway,
Good
I was
stuff.
tired of taking phone tag from her, so I was like,
Yeah,
"All right,
I understand.
Let me go ahead and handle this.
I thought it was the car situation.
Still haven't heard back from that lady.
There you go.
Yeah.
Never do you? All right, that's going to do it for the odds couple here today.
Never do.
Thanks.
Never do.
Thanks for joining us. For CJ, for Roser, I'm Fish, for Lang, who will be back with us on Monday. Thanks for joining us. Good luck with all your bets this week, and go, baby, go in the Indianapolis 500 as well. We'll talk to you Monday back on the odds couple at 2 o'clock here on Grind City Media.